Good morning, afternoon, day, or evening, wherever you are. We are here with another guide video for Star Wars The Old Republic. Today we're going to talk about Stronghold bonuses, how to get it, and what it means, and why you want to have it. So, we're going to go ahead and begin today's video by going to Fleet, where we're at right now, and just showing you guys what a Stronghold bonus is. A Stronghold bonus is what you get for having strongholds, and it helps your conquest bonus go up. Mine is currently maxed out. It's this number right here, 150%. You want to get to that number as fast as you can. If you're new to the game, it's going to take you a while, but I'm going to show you the ones you want to get first and then the ones you want to get next. So by doing this, this should make it so that everybody starts getting closer to 150% in the guild, if they're not already. The first thing you're going to want to do, if you haven't already, is go and buy Drum and Cause. That is the very first stronghold you want to get. Drum and Cause, and if you're on pub side Coruscant, what you really want to do is buy both of those very first. And you can find those, I'm going the wrong way, you can find those in the Stronghold section of Fleet. So you go over here to where the Stronghold section is. If you don't know, it's the purple area. The very first one here on the left is going to be Coruscant or Drum and Cause, whichever side you're on. Just click on it, go to the purchase section, buy it. Okay? So buy that, switch to your other faction, go buy Coruscant, and those are the very first two you want to start with. Okay? So we're going to go ahead at this point, saying that I had just bought it. Obviously, I have had it for years, so I can't just buy it again. But we're going to go ahead and travel to it, pretending I just bought it. You come in here, these doors are already going to be open, but these three right here are going to be your first three doors. And this one's like 10k, this one's like 10k, and the other one's like 200k. This whole stronghold to unlock costs like 2.5 million. So you want to start with this one first. Your most expensive door is going to be this one right here. I think it's $1 million. And then you got up here, there's a whole bunch of little apartment rooms. You'll go through and unlock each door. Each one's like 10 to 50k. It's not very much. These three all have their own door. If you remember the original KOTOR, that's kind of how this one's set up. Just to look like the old KOTOR game. So, nothing really exciting here other than getting that number higher. So once you've done that, you're going to be at 25% just from doing Drum and Cause. After you've done Drum and Cause, go ahead and move forward to Coruscant. So pretending we've already bought Coruscant, we've already switched factions and bought Coruscant, we're going to go ahead and travel to Coruscant. It's going to ask you whichever faction you're on. It's going to ask the other. When you go to it, it's going to ask you to spend 2k. Just give it the 2k and go. So once you've gone to Coruscant, you'll come in here and it's just a mirror of the Drum and Cause one. All the doors are right up here. You'll go through, you unlock, the prices are the same. So whatever it cost you to open up Drum and Cause, it's going to cost you the same to open up Coruscant. And guess what? Once you've gone through and opened up all these doors for these first two strongholds, excuse me, you're at 50%. You already got 1/3 of your stronghold bonus. You're going to end up with almost double the conquest that you were getting with 0. Now, when we leave this stronghold, the very first thing we're going to do is get Nar Shaddaa. That's our next stronghold. So we're going to return to Imperial Fleet. And it should put us out right where I had left us. Yep. So we're going to go ahead and go over here. And we're going to get Nar Shaddaa next. That's our next one. So pretending we purchased it, let's go ahead and purchase it. Run through it. Go ahead, get in it. And this is what the Nar Shaddaa one looks like. My strongholds, by the way, they're boring. I don't decorate. I keep what I need, and this is like the main one for me. I keep everything essential right here, and that's it. The rest of it is empty. Back in the day, you used to have to decorate these things and had to have every hook filled to 100% to get your Stronghold bonus. They made it a lot simpler these days. So with this one, I believe that this is a door or this is a door. One of them are. And then, so there's 2 of those on each side. There's this one. And then there's this one. And then there's this one. There's a balcony, kind of like Drummond Cause. Oh, the balcony's on this side. And that one I think is the most expensive of the doors. And this one's kind of interesting. You got 2 more doors down here to go open. One here. One here. And I think you'll have to go get that one upstairs on the left if you didn't get it already on your way down. Just to get all the doors unlocked. And there you go. Once you've done Drummond Cause, Coruscant, and Nar Shaddaa, you're at 75%. You've got half your Stronghold bonus already. You've already got halfway there. And for that, I think it's less than 10 million credits just to get all of that done. So if you got 10 million laying around, or you sold a couple of RPMs or OEMs, and you got a little bit of cash to work with, this should be the first thing you get, is these Strongholds. So once we've done that, let's pretend we're at 75%, and let's go ahead and exit back to Fleet. Okay? We're going to go ahead and get our 4th Stronghold. Of course, it put me here because I didn't return. I went to hit exit, so now I got to run back. Little tip there: if you return to Fleet, it'll put you back where you were at. If you hit exit, it's going to put you in the spawn point, like where everybody else spawns on Fleet. So let's go back here, pretending we just exited. Our next one is going to be Manaan. Now, the reason why I say Manaan is your next one is because it only has 4 doors. So after we do Manaan, we're going to open up Manaan by purchasing it, pretending we just purchased it. Now we're going to go into it. This one only has 4 doors, and I'm going to show you that right now. Let's go to my Manaan retreat. Okay, it was first time traveling this tune here. This tune's actually relatively new because back about 6 months ago, they reset all the character names. So Cortana being my main, and I never had the Cortana without any accented letters, any umlauts or anything. I went through and made this tune. So this is my new main. It's been my new main since like the past 6 months. That's why I have the founder title, because I want to pretend that I've had it for years, but I haven't. And it's only because I couldn't. So, little background, more information about me. Anyway, that's your first door that I just ran through. So that one I think cost you 1 million. Might not be your first door. Your first door might actually be up here. I can't remember because it's been a long time since I've opened these. This might be your first door, but I know that you only got 4 doors all day to click. This one, that's your first one. I think that's it. I think that first door was your first door, and then you come over here, and then when you go to Underwater Observatory, you got 2 doors down there. So you'll come down here, you got this one that'll open up the left side, and then you got this one that'll open up the right side. And that's Manaan. So, that will give you 100%. Trying to think of the number we were at, so we're going to return to Imperial Fleet. Somebody whispered me in this game. I got to tell them I'm working on a YouTube video right now. So, after we've done that, they distracted me for a minute there to regain my train of thought. I have the chat, by the way, the chat window is there. You just can't see it, obvious reasons. I wanted to, that's why I've got a camera of myself up now. My very first video, you could see the chat window, and I didn't think that that was such a great idea. So I've covered up the chat window with a live feed of me. But there is a chat window there, and I was talking to somebody. So we will go ahead now when we've got Manaan, Nar Shaddaa, Drummond Cause, and Coruscant. You're at 100%. So now you're at a point where you got to decide your next stronghold. But I'm going to show you a little trick to get to 125 before you make the decision on your last stronghold. By doing that, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go to Odessin. So bring up your mini-map or your map. Click Odessin and travel. Once we load in on Odessin, we're going to go ahead and go over to the Alliance staging room. It's this bottom one down here on the bottom. We're going to come down here. Don't worry about this stronghold. You don't want that yet. That's a Galactic Seasons one. You're going to go over here to the recovered goods vendor. And you're going to purchase the invitation to Trader's Quarter. Now, because I don't have it on this, I'm going to go ahead and purchase it. It's only $3 million. I can afford the $3 million. Just to show you guys how it works. You'll click this invitation to the Trader's Quarter, which is going to give you access to this room over here. You'll go ahead and go into the Trader's Quarter. And then over here on the left, you're going to have an option to buy a stronghold. And it's only 5K. Obviously, I already own it. So I literally spent $3 million for no reason other than to show you guys how to go buy it. You come in here, you buy it, and then you go into it. And then literally this one is only 2 doors, guys. It's 2 doors. I think it's $1 million for each door, or 1 and 1.5 million. I can't remember. It's not much. So to get this stronghold all day, it's like 6 million credits. So that's why I was showing you this is your next trick. You want to go through and you want to unlock this one next, and all you got to do to unlock it, it's real straightforward. You just run through the whole thing, and there'll be 2 doors as you go. And this is kind of like a mirror of the Umbara flashpoint, the Crisis on Umbara. If you've done that flashpoint, you'll know what this is. You just come in here, and then you'll obviously already have it unlocked. That's your first door. I can't mount here, unfortunately, but I can. And then your last door, I believe, is right here or right here. It's somewhere right here, but this leads into this room to give you your last door. And I believe that's it. So that gives you, already now, you're at 125%. So from here, we're going to go ahead and go back to Fleet. So once we've gone back to Fleet, it's kind of funny how that Stronghold will kick you out where you leave an uprising at. So you'll just have to get back over to the Stronghold section. And as you come over here to the Stronghold section, now, because you've just bought Umbara, you've got Manan, Nar Shaddaa, Drummond Kaz, and Coruscant. That means you have 5 out of the 6 strongholds you need already. So now, you're at a crossroads. That's why I said go get Umbara first. It'll make your decision on the last stronghold you want to get a lot easier. So, before you make your decision on your last one, you can kind of go through each one and just see what they look like by going and looking at other people's strongholds in the public listing. So you would go here and say travel to this one. This one is Alderaan. So you could go into, let's go visit Tsuyoshi's Republic Sanctuary. Or no, let's go and see Andarda's Seat of Power. We're on Imp side. We wanted to look Imp, right? I'm an Imp main player, so I prefer the Imp side, but I do play on pub side. So, you can go through and see what the strongholds look like. And this is just somebody's already decorated stronghold. You can run around in it. Use their nodes if they have the thing unlocked. And, but this is what Alderaan looks like. I'm not going to run through the whole thing because I don't want to make this a very long, extended video of me just running through strongholds. But I'm just giving you that bit of information so you can go through and make a decision on your last stronghold. So this is what Alderaan looks like, and we'll go ahead and return back to Fleet. And I believe your cheapest of the next ones with the least amount of doors is either Alderaan, Yavin 4, or Tatooine. So, we can go have a look at Tsuyoshi's Imperial Sanctuary and see what Yavin 4 looks like. I'll give you guys a brief glimpse of each one in the video, but I'm not going to run through all of them. You can do that in your own time, but for the last one is pretty much just go through and unlock all the doors, whichever one you choose on. You can also do this a cheaper way too. You can buy like Alderaan, Yavin, Rishi, and Tatooine all together, and then just unlock enough doors until it gives you 150%. I've heard that that's actually a lot cheaper than going and buying one full stronghold. So you can buy 2 or 3, and then just unlock the cheapest doors in those, and get to 150% that way. Again, like I said, it's not really the number of strongholds, 6 fully unlocked ones, but however many doors that is total is what you need for the bonus. So the percentage is only based on the stronghold you're on. So each one's worth 25%, and that's a percentage of the doors that are in each one, if that makes sense. So if you want it to be quick, buy the one with the cheapest amount of doors, which I think is either Alderaan or Tatooine. I can't remember which one, but this is someone's Yavin. This is what it looks like. Sorry for my yapping. I meant to run through a little bit and give you guys a tour of whose ever stronghold this is. Don't know this person, don't know who they are, but this is their Yavin, so you can see what they kind of look like and so on. So I'm not going to run all the way through though, just like I said before. I'm just going to run through just to where the last doors are, which these are your last 2 doors in this one. So everything up to here, and then that first room we were in, you'll want to go downstairs and unlock the door that's down below. So this is what Yavin looks like. So we'll go ahead and return back to Fleet. And we'll go through and look at a Tatooine one. And then we'll look at a Rishi one. Let's go look at Tsuyoshi's Marketplace. The Tsuyoshi's, if you watch this video, thank you for your decorated strongholds. You're the first person in the list, so I'm just going through and looking at your strongholds in this YouTube video. You are featured on YouTube. So these are your cheapest doors right here, this one, and then you'll go downstairs. This one's kind of a weird stronghold. They got their hut in the way. I thought I could run through it because I thought it was a deco, but it's not. And come down here. You've got a door right here. This is your hangar. You'll go through and you'll unlock. I don't think there's any further doors in there. Then you go up here, and the rest of your doors are up here. And you just run through. You got one door over there behind the wall. You got this one right here. And this is your way to keep running through this particular stronghold. And you got your last doors are over here. And that will give you Tatooine. And I think this one, honestly, is the cheapest of the last one you'll want to buy. So if you want to go the cheapest, fastest route straight to 6 fully unlocked, that's this one. We're going to go ahead and go back to Fleet. And we'll go ahead and have a look at Rishi. It's another kind of interesting one. Pretending we purchased it. We're going to go ahead and go to Ungian's game room. And this is the Rishi one. The Rishi one has 2 parts. This right here, oh yeah, you'll get knocked off your mount in this area. Your doors are kind of spread out. You got one here, then over here. Rishi one's actually one of my favorite ones, but it's also really spread out. You come over here, you got this back here, it leads to another door. I forget where the clicky is, but you click back here and it unlocks this back here. So to get this, it's really blocked by rocks. You click that and it's like 1,000,000 credits and you open that. And that'll take you back to a cave hideout, which is what this is, and so on. I'm not going to venture all the way through this side. I'll go give you guys a great glimpse of the valley on the other side, and then we'll go up to the patrol carrier. And then after that, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. And you guys can let me know what you think. For those who don't know, this is a mirror of the Rishi operation, the Ravagers. So if you've done the Ravagers, this looks like the area between the first and second bosses on Ravagers is pretty much all this is. Along with the patrol carrier being the area where Cortani is at the end. So your first and only door up here, I believe, is the one that's up here. And then your other door, your first door is right there. Your other door is going to be down here in the bottom. So you'll want to go through and get all those. I believe it's over there somewhere. Yeah, it's right there. There's your other door right there. So you'll want to unlock that. And then once you've done all that, you'll go back over here, right back into the area we just came from. We'll go up to the patrol carrier. I'll show you guys the area where the Hutball Arena is and all that, and why I think this is the best stronghold of them all. So you ride a speeder like you are in game up to the patrol carrier. Your first door is right there. And all these doors, I believe, are all $1 million or less, besides the going upstairs. That one right there is like 2 or 3 million. And there's like a black blue clicky right here. You'd click that, and I think it's like 2 or 3 million to go up there. And that's the Hutball Arena. I'll go up there at the very end and show you guys that area. This is where you can have, I believe, spawn combat dummies and stuff, so it's kind of cool. If you don't have it on your ship, your personal ship. Over here are your last doors, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the Cortani room. And then you got the upstairs we'll go and do a brief tour of. We'll exit this stronghold, and then we'll post this video to YouTube. So here's a look at the upstairs, what it looks like. I don't know if they have it decorated as a Hutball Arena or not, or how they... Oh, they do. They got a straight up legit Hutball Arena. Look at this. I'd do PvP here. Look at this. It's pretty cool. So, yeah. That's a brief look at Rishi. So we're going to go ahead and go back to Fleet and do our conclusion to this video. So with that said, you've now got 150% conquest bonus. One way or another, whether you went through and did 6 fully unlocked strongholds, or you went through the first 5, and then for your last one you unlocked 2 or 3, 4 strongholds, any of those, and you did the cheapest doors in each of those. Which I hear that's about 2 to 3 million cheaper. It's not a big difference in price. I think it's like 2, 3, 4, 5 million cheaper. Than just buying your 6th one and getting it fully unlocked. But hey, if you want to go that route and penny pinch your credits and, you know, have them all unlocked and then get your bonus that way, go ahead. Here's the cool thing though, you want to keep unlocking strongholds even after you get your 150%. I cannot do this anymore, but I know the newer players, you guys can. And the reason why I'm saying this is if you press L and you bring up your conquest window, Stronghold minor improvements. Read this conquest objective here. Now that number is going to be different for you guys, especially if you don't have the 150% bonus. But you can still get 30k conquest daily. So if you got a tune that you want to work on your conquest on, or maybe you don't want to play that tune that week, you could do a door 4 days and get your conquest done on a tune you don't even want to play by just having the 150% bonus and still having doors to unlock. And you can do this until you reach the point of having the fully unlocked all your strongholds. But, you know. So for me, I can't get this objective anymore because I just don't have the stronghold doors to do it with. But those that do, once you got your 150%, stop unlocking doors and only do 1 a day because it's not worth it. You could make conquest each week for several weeks before you fully unlock the doors if you just do 1 a day each day. So just keep that in mind. That's a little side note to help you get a little bit more conquest points in the end. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. We're going to go ahead and post this to YouTube and let the guild know about it and see what you guys think. I'm hoping that this will help you guys that are new really boost your conquest point gains. And I see a lot in the general chat too of the Discord why we got so many people have like 4, 5, 7 million conquests and how they're doing it, and it's literally because of this, and they're just farming the high value objectives, doing uprisings, arenas, war zones, starfighter, all of this stuff here, but they're getting these points. And if you don't have the stronghold bonus, you're getting like minus 150% from 163k, you know, it's like 50, 60k. It's not much at all for doing arenas, so you get a lot more points. So bear that in mind as we conclude this video. Remember, get your strongholds unlocked if you don't already, you know, and once you've got to 150%, slow down to 1 door a day and farm that conquest. Use that benefit, because why not? It also, if you don't have a tune to get the conquest home, but you want to help the guild, you know, it's 30k a day on your score here, and the guild offers a top 10 reward for placing in conquest. So, you know, if you make it into the top 10 on the leaderboard, which you really can't see that here, but you can see it here, you can see your position with everybody else. You know, and if you've made it to at least 10th place, you got 10 million credits coming your way. So, you know, if you're working on your strongholds and you start making this list, you'll be able to use those funds too to unlock your strongholds. Another little side note, but that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys think. We're going to go ahead and call it a day on this one, and we will have another video coming in the next couple days on other topics. I look forward to seeing you guys then.